Jeffrey Epstein is dead from apparent suicide. This story is bizarre, to say the least. And we're back. Mike Cernovich, Cernovich.com, Cernovich. And the Jeffrey Epstein suicide is peculiar for a number of reasons. One is he had allegedly attempted suicide before in his jail cell, so he was already on suicide watch. So I would like, because I would love to hear, how somebody who was already on suicide watch from a previous suicide attempt committed suicide, right? Would really love to hear that. I can already see the headlines now. Cernovich, conspiracy theorist. I would love to hear how someone on suicide watch who had all shoelaces, belts, sheets, anything that he could make a noose from, how that person was able to commit suicide while in solitary confinement is something I would like to hear your theories about. Media, right? When the media tries to play this off. This is unbelievably bizarre. This people in solitary confinement who are already on suicide watch, generally speaking, don't commit suicide. It's very, very hard to do, and yet here we are. So what had happened? This has been a long and winding road. A long and winding road. Yesterday, for example, there had been documents released involving Jeffrey Epstein. Documents had been unsealed that implicated him and others. Hold on here, Jeffrey Epstein. And we're back. A little Wi-Fi issue here happening, of course. Of course, when a massive story happens, that's when the Wi-Fi is going to go down, right? But yesterday, documents had been unsealed and revealed in a case involving Jeffrey Epstein. And these documents contained allegations against a number of people, including Prince Andrew, an unknown member of royalty that people don't know about. And after those documents are released, then somehow, when more could come out, he commits suicide. So Jeffrey Epstein committed suicide while in solitary confinement on suicide watch. That's the story. That's the narrative. This whole story. I mean, I'm reading some mainstream media accounts, and Adam Classfeld, very, very mainstream normie. First reaction: there should be hearings as to how this was alleged or how this was allowed to happen to a key witness in an investigation involving global sex trafficking conspiracy. Yeah, Adam, I'm really shocked. I couldn't imagine that a key witness in a global sex trafficking ring would commit suicide. Nobody ever could have seen that happen or foreseen that as happen. So right now, in real time, the mainstream media, they're going to have to adjust their operating software. They're going to have to adjust their mental model of the world, right? It doesn't matter how normie mainstream you are. It doesn't matter how credible you think you are. It just does not make sense. I'm sorry. So normie mainstream reporters now are going to have to figure out, how is it that a witness in a criminal sex trafficking ring held in solitary confinement, no rope, strings, belts, binders, sheets, was able to commit suicide? How did this happen? We must hold hearings. I'm sure these will be very credible hearings, very searching hearings, and that we will definitely get answers to these questions, right? I'm sure all of that will. Now, the conspiracy theories, I'm not going to indulge. Some people claim that, he wasn't really this isn't me claiming it. I don't even want to give fire to it, other than there's a lot of theories already that this was a secret way to remove him and all this stuff. And man, I don't know. This is absurd. This is really bizarre that he could be killed in this manner when he's on suicide watch. This is not something that happens to people. So I don't know what really happened, but I do know that it's really bizarre that he was able to kill himself. And this goes to show the scope and the extent that the government will go to. They should have protected him, right? That was their job, to protect him, to find out who else was involved in the sex trafficking ring. But they didn't seem to protect him very well. So I'll read some of your comments right now. By the way, if you're on Facebook, like and share this video. Like the video, give me an emoji reaction, share it. If you're on YouTube, like and subscribe to my page. Like and subscribe. If you're on Periscope, tap the screen a few times. And yeah, so someone says, I have worked in jails, and it's supposed to be someone within, it's supposed to be 2 officers within feet of the suicide watch. Yeah, there's all these rules if someone's on suicide watch. They have to be in a certain position. There have to be multiple people watching them. They have to have all kinds of devices they could use to harm themselves kept away from them. There's just an incredible amount of rules. Yeah, release the CV tapes. He would be under, I mean, that's obvious, right? He would be under surveillance. So let's see the surveillance tapes. I suspect we won't see much of that, though. I doubt we'll get the CV. Why wasn't he? You know, he'd have been under 24-hour surveillance. So I doubt we'll get those videos. I doubt we'll learn much. I doubt this will really go anywhere. To read the files that were unsealed, go to cernovich.com, CERNOVICH.com /Epstein. CERNOVICH.com /Epstein. We have the documents. We have the history of the case. We have all the relevant information that people need. And you can go there and stay updated. I'll be writing about it more. I'll be looking into it more. It's just, I don't know, in my view, this is just too obvious, right? This is just, it's just too obvious. I don't think people are going to find this credible. And a lot of people are going to want to figure out, what happened. Even I'm seeing just a lot of people, I can't believe this happened. How could this have happened? Good question. Be sure to like and share the video if you're on Facebook. Like and subscribe to the page on YouTube. And if you're on Periscope, share this on Twitter. But yeah, Jeffrey Epstein's dead. He committed suicide while he's on suicide watch in a room all by himself under 24/7 surveillance with multiple guards monitoring him. And he had no ropes, strings, or sheets, but he was able to commit suicide. This is the most effective Houdini suicide artist in world history.